Today's episode number 5, we're going to talk about Clubhouse. And it's one of those things like, shh, have you been invited yet? What an exclusive way that they've rolled this app out. Absolutely amazing how they have dispensed it. So that's what we're talking about today. We're going to figure out what the hype is, what's available, what's being offered. So welcome to Market Me Social. Nerds on, everyone. We're really going to dive into what Clubhouse is and how it can affect you and your business. Is it a B2B, B2C? Is it just another noisemaker that's out there? You know, all kinds of great questions. I've had a chance to be in a bunch of rooms, so can't wait to share some of my experiences up to the point of this recording today. As always, fantastic to have my dear sweet sis as our co-host today. Taryn, how are things going?
We are doing good, doing good. Looking forward to our topic today. A lot of people are interested, and I can't wait to hear what your experiences have been since you've been able to get in there and kind of navigate and have a look.
Yeah, very good. So just from your research, what are the kind of questions that you think that people are asking from, they haven't done anything with it yet? What seems to be the trending questions out there?
The biggest question is, how do you get invited? A
Okay.
lot of people are interested. Like you said, they did this amazing job at rolling this out and putting that urgency behind it. So a lot of people are wondering, like, how do I get it? Where do I go? What is this?
Yeah, no, and I thought that was absolutely brilliant. You know, and I've read so many different articles and experienced it personally where it's like when people don't get easy access, all of a sudden there's like this huge level of intrigue. And that's absolutely what happened to me too. It's like, okay, I signed up for it and I can't get in. You know, I have to wait. And that anticipation to me was just brilliant because people's like, if it's easy, I can do it anytime. I can check it out when I want. It just doesn't seem like there's a whole level of urgency there. But now, because of the way that they've deployed this application, it added that. So at this time, yes, you need an invite. And so what happened for me was I signed up for it, and it was our sister who had already got her invite. So she was already in there, Joanna from Taste House, and she was able to get me in. And then we had our first little Clubhouse conversation, just the two of us, right after that took place. So, and you only get a few invites. So at this time, you know, I'm still new to the platform. I have about 4 or 5 invites, I think, available. But that's really like the step one is, and it filters through your contacts and provides those suggestions. So if you do sign up, it's like, hey, so-and-so just signed up for Clubhouse. I've had those notifications come across on my screen. Would you like to invite them? And so I can use an invite based on it looking at my contacts and knowing I'm already connected to this person in some way. Maybe I could be that person to welcome them. And it's literally that. Why don't you welcome them into Clubhouse? So that's the current process at this time.
It's like you said, it's pretty cool what they've got set up. It definitely gives that gotta get in, gotta do this. So one thing that is kind of sad is that it is only available for Apple right now. So yeah, Android lovers will have to wait. So now that you've had a chance to kind of get in there, well, you talked about that it goes through your contacts. So that really leads into my next question, which is always a huge question for a lot of people. What are they doing about your privacy? What's the takeaway there as far as privacy concerns?
So I really haven't dived too deep into that. What I do know about it is I don't see anything being archived. So there's nothing being recorded. Like you cannot, there's no way to access a previous room that you're in. The way, I guess the best way I can look at it, and many people who are in these rooms already have kind of explained it in this way. The goal behind this was just like, imagine you're at an actual conference. And I think the timing of this app coming out is perfect for where we're at right now. Typically at any trade show or any conference, in between breakout sessions, education sessions, the trade show floor, you have the hallway talk or the side room talk or any of these conversations that are happening over a cocktail hour. And so Clubhouse to me fills that void in the same way that none of that's recorded. It's just between you, your friends, your colleagues, you're having that conversation. That's what Clubhouse does. So from a privacy perspective, unless you're doing something, within your own environment that you're trying to record it on your own, which I would never recommend you do, Clubhouse by itself has no archive of those conversations. They are simply, here's the topic, here's the room, and people can lend their voice to whatever the topic is in there. And there's an interesting structure on how that takes place. I think that was one of your, did you want me to go into that now, or did you have like another thought behind the privacy stuff?
No, just the privacy, because it is, a lot of people are concerned with, the things that we've heard with WhatsApp and Facebook. Everybody, it's usually a top tier thing as
Right.
to what is being protected. So you talked about, I liked your analogy or your illustration of, it's like those side conversations you have in between trade shows, something that a lot of us are missing out on right now. And that's why I think Clubhouse is blowing up so much, is a lot of us in industries that can't get to our trade shows, that can't have that one-on-one conversations. Clubhouse has provided that environment. So you talked about B2B, B2C. So now we have the environment. So what do you think personally for Clubhouse? Like, it's not a place for cute cat pictures, clearly. It's a place for business. So you being in there, where do you see it as it being applicable to business? How is it helping businesses?
Yeah, no, a great question. And I've seen a lot who that's their question when they first come in. It's like, what do I do? What is this for? And how do I engage? Here's what I don't see happening, which I love. I was very concerned when I first started. I'm like, am I going to go into a room and just hear somebody pitch about their stuff? Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I want to tell you about all of the things that I sell every single day. I have not seen that once. And I'm very grateful to the moderators of the rooms and the way that they have kept that in tune. It's just not, it's an already inferred taboo. You don't do that. And so people are like, okay, well, how is that going to help my business? From a salesperson, well, I only want to be able to sell my stuff. Well, then Clubhouse isn't for you. Don't sign up. But if you want to connect with people, if you want to be able to get to know other people in your industry organically, when you contribute to the conversation, then people will naturally, organically look at your profile and see who you are. They're going to see where you work. So you don't have to worry about those items. Just like everything else in social media, and those of you who have known me for a long time, it's the same message. It is social. This is a great opportunity to engage on a topic, show who you are, and ask questions so that you can learn more. And a very fun and informative environment that I feel is very, very safe so far in the rooms that I've been in and experienced at this point.
That's awesome. I thank you for sharing that. It seems like Clubhouse has kind of provided a very much needed space that we've been missing so far. A place just to network, a place just to have conversations, learn. I love that. I love that it's, no sales. Like it seems like you're getting inundated on other social media outlets nowadays. Everybody's selling something. It's nice that we have now a place to go where we can just network, learn from each other, have some great open conversations.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that with us today, Jonathan. So if you wanted to wrap it up, what's the final takeaway here? What would you like to say to our watchers about Clubhouse?
Yeah. And one item I forgot to mention, sis, that is really important. Let's wrap it up because I still have a lot to learn about it, but that's a good overview. If you're in there for the first time, you don't have to say anything. I guess that's really important. We have always had social media lurkers. You can do that. If you want to contribute, there's a button where you put up like raise your hand, and then you can be invited to the virtual stage. So if you just want to check it out and listen, you don't have to say anything, which I think is great, because there's a huge majority of us who just like, I don't want to say anything. I really don't know if I have anything good to say or anything valuable to say. And then there's also that fear factor of, what if I sound stupid? And we know it's just natural. We're human. Like, we don't know these people. So it's okay. It's okay. You can still be a part of a Clubhouse and go to these rooms and learn a lot. So there's best of both worlds if you want to engage and have conversation, or if you simply want to be able to learn from a multitude of industry experts. And there's just a gazillion genres. To your point about B2C, I've seen watch parties for games. I've seen people doing makeup classes, and just talking about tips. I've seen groups on book clubs. Like, it's just an enormous variety. It's not necessarily just like for the industry that we work with a lot, property management folks, and other related industries. It's not always so business specific. It can be very, very fun topics that you're passionate about that you can get involved into. So that, to me, that's like the big takeaway. It's been a long time, ladies and gentlemen, since I have been excited about a social media application. And I come to you now. The only reason we're doing this is because I'm excited about it. I think it is a very, very valuable tool, a much needed one. And even if and when the COVID situation starts dissipating, I still see the practical value on an ongoing basis. So sign up. Somebody in your contacts may have an invite for you, and just check it out. And if you haven't followed me already on Clubhouse, it's at Jonathan Saar, JONATHANSAAR. You can follow me on Clubhouse, and maybe we'll get to meet each other and have some conversations and fun nerd stuff about marketing. So that's my list. That's
awesome.
it.
Well, thank you for taking us for that tour. I'm sure that a lot of people are currently on their phones and hoping desperately that they'll get that invitation. And if not, there is some rumors that it will be going public at some point. They haven't said when, but at some point that they will be letting it go open public. But until then, I've seen people on LinkedIn begging for invites. So yeah, hit your friends up, get in there, give it a try.
Yeah. Definitely going to be opening some rooms and testing it a lot more. So let's connect. And yeah, great topic today, sis. And looking forward to seeing and connecting with people on Clubhouse. So this is episode number 5 of Market Me Social. Be social simple, everyone. Nerds on. Thank you for being here. Make sure you give us that thumbs up and check out the links in the show notes. Sign up for our newsletter so that you never miss out on an episode is probably the most critical thing that we want to remind everyone today. Thank you for being here. We'll see you for our next show. Take care.